Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Rocky here, along with my guy Gav as usual. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Good. Weather's not great, but apart from that, my mood's good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm gonna be missing Arsenal during the international break.
Mm,
So yeah, let's just see how it goes on the weekend. If there's anything to look forward to, we'll see. So yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah. I think is there international games coming up, like England this weekend?
I think there is. Yeah, because I haven't seen anything. I mean, I'm bad. I don't follow it as much as I should sometimes.
Yeah,
I think when we found out Saka wasn't playing, we kind of a lot of people just binned it off. Like, okay, we don't need to worry about him. So, but
yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. It must be.
yeah.
Because
I don't
didn't
know who we're playing.
Scotland played? Yeah. No.
Yeah, yeah. I know Scotland played last night. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, well, let's get right into it, man. So of course, yesterday, on my story and on posts, I announced that I'm going to be going to Chicago,
Mm.
next month. So I'm flying out on the 24th of November, and then I will be there on the 25th. This is my first time to the States, so I'm really, really excited. I've always wanted to go to Chicago because some of you guys may know, but I'm also a massive Chicago Bulls fan as well. So I've been keeping up with them for years. I've been going to like, you know, not me going anywhere, but I've been watching every single game that I possibly
Mm.
can, whether if it's live or the replay, I'm always catching up with them. So Chicago is a city I've always wanted to go to. But I'm actually going to be at the Brentford away screening in the
Mm.
Globe pub. So that's a pub out there that is basically where Gooners go. So it's really, really cool to basically be able to go out there. And I saw some people who come from other cities from the States who came to London last week who are also going to be there. So
Mm.
it's going to be really nice. And as some of you guys may know, Lower North Bank, Chan will be there as well. So it's like a massive
Mm.
sort of community gathering over in the Arsenal side of
Mm.
Chicago. So yeah, I'm really excited, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be sick.
That's mad because when you mentioned it to me, you said, "Oh, I'm going to Chicago," and you're telling me I looked at the date, but then I looked at it twice because then I realized, hang on a minute, that's literally the week after the pop up.
Mm,
I was like, this man's crazy, but no, it's wicked. I mean, sometimes that's the beauty, that's the best thing of like spontaneous things, and it just you know what, I'm going to do it, and
mm,
yeah, perfect timing now. Like you said, Chan's going to be there. There's going to be loads of Arsenal fans, and like you said, community. So it's such a great time, and the vibe right now is really good. So yeah, you're going to be in the element, man. It's going to be amazing. I
yeah,
mean, and you've got so many people who buy from you as well, internationally, many from America. So to meet you sort of in person, face to face, will be amazing. It'll be the same sort of thing you experienced at the last pop up. So it's going to be awesome, man. Just reaching out to everyone. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous, but it's amazing. If you can do it, do it. Do you know what I mean? You only live once, so get out there and you know, and the Chicago thing's amazing. I mean, yeah, Chicago
yeah,
Bulls, that just be even if you're
yeah,
not like a massive basketball fan, like everyone knows the Bulls. You know what I mean? It's an amazing. I bet there's so much stuff over there. But yeah, it's just going to be an amazing experience for you, man. I'm really excited.
cheers, man. Yeah, no, I can't wait. It's crazy, like the amount of love that I've gotten just by
Mm,
announcing Chicago from other places in the States as well. People are saying like, "Oh, come to Minnesota." Then you got loads of people
mm,
saying, "Come to Miami as well," and Los Angeles and California around there as well. So New York even. So it's just mental how big sort of the Arsenal shirt community is, how much the
mm.
site has grown from since we started out like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So the
Yeah,
community
yeah.
is just growing, and yeah, people have asked as well if I'm going to be taking shirts out there, but I said I'm not. Unfortunately, there's no pop up for Chicago, but people can sort of order online for a pre-order, or if there's any shirts on the drop side, and I could bring it
Mm,
over with me and we can meet at the pub. I've already got a couple people scheduled to do that, so yeah, it's gonna
mm.
be a wild experience.
Amazing,
Rocky
man.
Nico's going to
Mm.
Chicago. from
But
Holloway.
even like, yeah, from Holloway, exactly. But even like, obviously, you've got the pop up, you know, over there soon as well. That's next year.
Yeah,
So it's just like levels upon levels. Like, yes, you're doing it a certain place that year. For all you know, you're saying people from Minnesota want you to, visit them and all this sort of stuff. You could do
yeah,
a week's tour, a week pop up, in different towns. That'd be crazy. But there's all stuff to maybe look forward to in the future and plan. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I was only reminiscing with you a couple of days ago about I put up that post about the 2005 drop we did, and I was
mm,
looking at the dates and thinking, mate, 2021. Do you know what I mean? It's like time has just flown by. I think wasn't the first pop up like 2020, wasn't it? Was it 2020? Or I
yeah,
feel like it might be before that. It might
2020
have been
when we
before
won
that.
the FA Cup. It was a
Yeah,
literally like 2 days after or a day after
yeah.
the FA Cup.
Because yeah, because that was the Junction one, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
yeah, that's just crazy. You've done so many of those since, and yeah, it's just mad to look back and think that's how long ago you did the first pop up, and it's just beautiful to see, the everyone excited for the next one at Tolly. So yeah, I can't wait to be there again.
yeah, man, it's gonna be so so good. Did you want to talk about the Man City game?
Why not, mate? It's not like we get to talk positively about that usually. So I think we should milk it while we can.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
man.
what do you think of the game?
Shit, mate. No, no.
Oh, fucking hell.
It was brilliant. And it makes me laugh. I think one of the most exciting things about it, or funniest things about it, was how rattled sort of like, the City fans were, and even
Yeah,
not even that. Even like you get like Talksport and everyone like that. They're always trying to find like a negative on it, like oh. City just weren't there, they weren't playing at their best. They had De Bruyne out and all that. There's always a reason. It can never be well, actually, Arsenal just played really well and made them look bad. Like, and even though a deflected goal, oh my god, it doesn't matter how it went in. Like, how do you know that goal wasn't going anyway? If you look at the angle where he's shooting, how do you know Edison would have saved that?
yeah,
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and if it was on the flip, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, 1-0,
yeah,
we
yeah,
Man City find a way to win because they're champions. That's what it would have been.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's that's the best thing about it because I think it's going to have a knock-on effect on how they play. Hopefully, because they lost to Wolves as well. So no, I was so happy. I think the goal was warranted either way. You look at the Kovacic should have been sent off. We were
Yeah,
just in general so much better than them. Um,
yeah,
some of the performances, like when usually everyone does like play ratings and stuff like that,
yeah,
everyone was just up there. Like for me personally, I thought Jesus was outstanding.
yeah, 100%.
What he didn't do by scoring, he just made it so difficult. He was non-stop. I thought he was a star. I thought Ben White probably one of the best games I've seen him play.
Hmm.
He was just a menace down that wing. Just really helped everyone. I mean,
Even,
Rice is Rice. Do you know what I mean?
oh,
Rice was
I've got someone at the door. 1 second. 1 second, guys.
non-stop, mate. He's so unprofessional. I'm sorry about this, people.
Sorry about that, guys. Whoop.
That's all right.
Okay.
Edit. But
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
but
So
yeah,
even Odegaard, I think, was immense as well. You
yeah,
should have
yeah,
seen him.
yeah,
He was pressing like crazy. Like his
yeah.
work rate was so good, and it's so inspiring to see that, players who
Yeah, yeah.
really want to play for our badge. And even if we lost that game or drew it, I think I'd be so proud of just the way they turn up. Even like seasons before when we played Man City at home and the crowd
Mm,
was just really like up for it. And that season when I think Gabriel got sent off in the
yeah,
21-22 season, and when Rodri got the late winner, we all felt quite heartbroken, but still like quite amped up. That we,
see the progress. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we saw the progress. I know last season they slimed their way into beating us at home
Mm,
and then away. That was horrible twice. But I'm glad we this season we sort of established, some sort of not dominance, but showing that we're here, like we're ready to go this season again, and it's mad. Like
yeah,
even through all
yeah,
the sort of talk about, oh, we don't look as good, this and that, and we've dropped, we're pretty much top of the league. And if you look at
Mm,
who between Arsenal and Tottenham will be sustainable in terms of form, you'd think we would. So touch
yeah.
wood, this carries on, and this results like this, even if we didn't have the best performance, we did play well, but
Mm,
it's stuff like this, just winning games and building that winning mentality and momentum, which will help
yeah.
us because we know how to do it, and we just have to be consistent with it this season as well. So it will come.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the two things I took away, one was how crucial Saliba is.
Mm,
That's now proven. I know we say he
yeah,
is anyway, but
yeah,
him and Gabriel were just outstanding. And I didn't even realize Haaland was playing. Do you know what I mean? And but that's not the first time they've done that. Where especially Saliba has done that to him, and it just shows how crucial they're going to be for our season to keep them both fit. Not just Saliba. I thought Gabriel was just as important. Um, so that was sort of my first point I took away. The second was when Arteta gets it right, he gets it right.
yeah.
Substitutions were absolutely perfect, and not even that. It was just nice to see that City brought on all theirs first, pretty much, and they
Yeah,
made no difference. And this is supposed to be Man City. The decisions that Arteta made and the subs he brought on were absolutely perfect. They completely changed the game. We still felt like we could maybe nick it, but Martinelli just that hunger just completely changed the
yeah.
pace. And
Changes the
Tomiyasu
game.
forever loves going forward. He's almost like a winger. He gave that extra speed, and Partey again the same sort of thing. He's not like Jorginho where he's happy to go back and forth. Partey always tries to find a way forward when he plays in the middle.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was just amazing. Nothing against Jorginho, by the way. I thought he was excellent as well.
yeah. He
We
was.
had a really, really good game. And people I think may have moaned at him originally when he got that yellow card, but that was actually a really clever thing to do. Like sometimes you take it for the team, don't you? And it's just stop that play, stop that momentum. So it's an experience thing to do sometimes. So
Yeah.
yeah, he had a
I'll tell you
brilliant
what
game as
though.
well.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's like close-ups of Mikel calling out the play. When Tommy goes up to head the ball to Havertz and then Havertz to.
Mm,
So basically, Arteta did this to signal one thing,
mm,
which was basically him sticking on Phil Foden in the middle
mm,
of the pitch. So Zinni would usually be in that sort of DM role. Maybe he wouldn't make that run because Zinni is not that, running in the box sort of guy. But
yeah,
Arteta told Tommy to stick to Foden, and Foden, because he thought, oh, this guy's not going to run, Tommy just breezed by him, and then
yeah,
he essentially brought Walker into the defense. So when he headed the ball to Havertz, Havertz then saw Gabby open, and then they just hit it in the
just
back of the
yeah.
net. But you can tell that
Mm,
that like for like sub, so to speak. So when Man City brought on the better sort of dribbler attacker in Doku,
mm,
Arteta was like, hold on a minute, we got to bring our best defender on, and he brings on
yeah,
Tommy, man to man best marker, I'd say,
yeah,
um, on the fullback role, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it just became sort of easy for us, really. I think the whole game we were missing that aerial presence, actually, to be honest.
Mm,
But once they came on,
yeah.
him and Havertz, I think it was sort of genius. Arteta got it right, and it just fell. And it's things
Mm,
like that, it's decisions like that from the manager, and just utilizing what he's got in the players and personnel that he's built. It just reinforces why he's so good and how he's sort of the right guy for
mm.
us. And I mean,
Yeah, and you think
he used to slag him off,
it,
Mikel, and
no, but no. Look, yeah, we did, but at the time it was warranted. I think the hell we've been through as Arsenal fans, a lot of us didn't see a way out. It definitely didn't look like there was going to be a way out at the time. And I think frustration was building. You saw the arguments between so many fans. We were opinionated on it. But we've said a million times, we just want what's best for the club. And at the time, we didn't feel like that was right. Has he proved everyone wrong? Absolutely. We'll be the first to say we got it wrong. Yep. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a competition. We don't care about that. We just want our club to be in the
yeah,
best state it can be. So we're so
yeah,
happy. And it's mad as well because I think I said to you before. So we beat Man City with the team we had out. we had no Saka, which is everyone always panics about if he doesn't play. We're all worried about it, for the match.
Yeah,
Didn't need him, and I spoke to you about this recently. Timber, like Timber's outstanding, and
yeah.
where does he come back in when Ben White is playing like that? When Tommy can do what he can do, like it's madness to think we've still got some of that quality to come back, and he's going to sort of have to fight for his place. But then it's the depth we needed. Sorry, like City can do like for likes, and to have that when he comes back as well, especially hopefully they say he might be back in January now. So for the Champions League run, if we get through the
Through
stages,
Timber, I think he'll be out for the season.
somewhere I saw somewhere it might be January, but that might be pushing it. But
Yeah,
even so, say if he was fit, it's just crazy to think of how good this team is now, and even the way we saw out the game. Do you remember, like, when we go 1-0 ahead, especially against a good team, we'd usually start panicking, passing
yeah,
around, losing the ball. It looked
yeah,
like we could just waltzed it. We're just walking it around. It was like nothing. I
yeah.
thought, wow, that's
That's when
confidence now. Like,
Ben White nutmegged Doku.
nutmeg, yeah, yeah.
That was
That's
disgusting.
insane, man. I
The
think that summed it all up, really. But yeah, no, amazing, amazing, mate.
it
Absolutely
did.
amazing.
But yeah, man. But yeah, that's enough on the City experience.
Yeah, be all day.
Yeah, I could literally be here all day reminiscing about it.
Mm,
But yeah, we'll go on to the topic that I wanted to sort of discuss on the last pod, but we really ran
mm,
out of time about the building collection thing. And one of
mm,
the things that stuck out to me that we just didn't have time to go into depth and detail in was basically squad numbers and how you
mm,
could sort of reflect that sort of, forever evolving thing onto our shirts. So for example, last week we mentioned about how people built collections over one player and stuff like that. We
mm.
used Nick, um, who has the Rosicky collection,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
he only won one number. He was number 7 throughout his whole Arsenal tenure. So
Yeah,
we can't get fancy with that one. But
no.
we can sort of delve into the players who changed. So
Mm,
the ones who evolved and the errors that they came in with and the competitions that they might have played in and stuff like that. And you
mm,
only have to look at around the corner, sort of what's in the squad at the moment. I'll give a few examples. We
mm.
got Saliba. He came in. You mentioned that last week as well. Because number 4
Yeah,
in the Papa John's trophy,
that's
and that
so.
was
Yeah.
before. And he actually had that squad number if he'd played in the Prem as well, but he didn't
Mm,
end up using that. Then he went to 12, which was last season, which was his first proper season at Arsenal, which
yeah,
was really cool. We had a great iconic sort of moment with the Bournemouth away goal, and
yeah.
he was just amazing that season. Now he's number 2, so that's a little evolution there for us. You got Saka, obviously, came in number 87. He made his
Mm.
debut in the was it the Europa League or the Premier League? Oh, God, I can't remember now.
I
God,
feel
I
like
know
it
he made
was
his Prem
Europa.
debut. Yeah. Yeah, it was Europa, and then he made his Prem
Yeah.
debut. Whoops,
Mm.
on January the 1st, in 2019, and he came on for
Mm.
Iwobi. My bad. I should know that.
No, mate,
Um,
it's easily done, and there's so
yeah,
many
and
stats and facts out there. God,
then he went to number 77, which was arguably
mad number.
a good number and a crazy time
Mm.
for us. It was during the lockdown era,
Yeah,
that he really sort of came up, and he was playing that left wing back role, and then he
it's
became that.
mad.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's forgotten about it. To be
It's
fair, it's
crazy, isn't
crazy
it?
to think that's
But
that's where we are at.
yeah, that's the beauty of shirts, though. You can really sort of
Mm.
recreate those moments, and
Mm.
it's really cool. Like Saka 77 on the website is really popular. I think I've got the 2019 away and the home, and 77 Saka has just been unbelievably
Mm.
popular. It's unreal. And listen, if we can get more of them shirts in, it'll be so cool because they're so nice. And yeah, now he's our number 7, so that will
Yeah,
forever be his
yeah, yeah.
number until the end, unless he does a Bentner.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah. That's
told
an
you about
interesting
that
one.
today before we got
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So for those who don't know, Nicholas Bentner was the number 26, and he switched to number 52. I've heard a few different things. Some people saying that he changed because he wanted to be double the player he already was, or he wanted to be better by double. Or he said in I think the Daily Mirror or something, Daily Mail, he wanted to change because his mum's friend's a fortune teller who basically said that this number 26 is not good for him because 2 + 6 is 8, which is his lucky number. I mean, unlucky number. So it's like all this nonsense coming into one, which can create a number change. So yeah, it's just mental. I
I
think it's
mean,
yeah, I think it's cool though
who's
to have both shirt numbers.
I mean, who's to question Lord Bentner anyway, mate? You can't question him.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
he does what he wants.
he's like Zeus,
But
mate.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, but yeah. There's
Um,
been some crazy stories in there. I swear I remember something about Fabregas and Parla. Wasn't that he's taking his number or something? I think it was something like that. I can't remember the story. I
yeah,
think Parla came out with it and said, "Oh, he kind of knew his time was up because he was getting taking his number away or something like that." I can't remember, but because obviously Fabregas had what was it 57, wasn't it? And
yeah,
then 15, and then obviously four. But
yeah. That
yeah,
was
that's
one
a
of
quite
the that was one of the quiz
interesting journey.
questions. I was gonna quiz you on that, and you got it right already.
Oh,
But
that's one. So if I get
anything
the rest
harder.
wrong, it's fine. Hey?
What do you get if you get it all right? You
Mm.
get all the questions right. Hmm. We'll think about it and we'll let you guys know.
Cheers,
Or
man. He
or
won't.
or if you guys want a specific gift for Gav, let us know in the comments. But yeah, so shall I quiz you now on numbers?
Yeah, go for it. I'll
Yeah.
probably get most of them wrong, but let's go.
I think there's a couple hard ones, but there's easy ones. I'll start off with the easy one.
Okay.
Thomas Partey.
Oh my God, I've actually forgotten.
Oh my,
Um,
you're useless, mate.
no, he's five now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 5 now, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he came in the 2020 season, 21.
Wasn't he? He wasn't. He's seven, wasn't he?
Partey!
No, not seven, not seven. Oh my God, I can't
You're a
remember.
plastic, mate. You're a mess.
Well,
Look at this
at
guy.
least I'm not going to get. Oh my God, what was it? I feel like it actually started at a one.
Yeah. You're getting there.
Oh my God, I can't remember. Let me think. 18, wasn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
I don't know why I had seven in my head. I think it's because I was looking at that a minute ago behind me, because obviously
Yeah,
Alexis was seven, then
no,
17.
I get
I know
you.
that's got nothing to do with pie, but when your brain scrambled. But yeah, okay. I'll have
Uh,
half a point for that.
yeah. What about Colo Torre?
Oh my God, I can't remember.
So he came
Did
on
he
to
did he really have something before?
yeah, he did during the. So do you remember what his most recent number was?
No, I can't
You're
remember.
a plastic, mate.
I,
Look
I
at this
can't
guy.
remember, mate.
Worst guy for squad numbers. Everyone's at the screen
I
right
am
now, probably saying, "Blah, blah, blah," like saying the
probably screaming
numbers.
at it, saying, "I knew it, I knew it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All right.
honestly can't remember.
I'll tell you. So he was number 28 in the 0203 season. I think that was
Mm,
his first season. And then
mm,
he switched to number 5. So there's loads of combinations of shirts you can sort of get from them. You got the Invincible
mm.
season, home and away. Obviously, throughout the Highbury era, you can get, the Champions League with Toure. He doesn't really
Yeah.
get a lot of love, Colo Toure, in terms of like I've never really
No,
had. I think I've maybe had like one Toure pre-order, but he doesn't get a lot of love, I don't think.
it doesn't make sense either, because I thought he was brilliant for us.
Yeah,
It doesn't, it didn't end terribly. Do you know what I mean? It was just,
yeah,
it was his time.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's weird, isn't it?
yeah, he took the number 5, and he was like one of the last Invincibles, I think, to leave, wasn't he? I mean, before Sol Campbell's
Yeah, him.
return and Henri's, I think he was like the last standing man, if I'm not
Wouldn't.
mistaken.
Oh, I thought that was Gilberto, wasn't it?
No, I think Gilberto left before. I think he left before.
Because
No,
I'm
he
trying to
left
think.
before. Gilberto left before. Yeah, I remember.
Before, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%, 100%.
Just don't remember much of like Toure in the sort of the Emirates side of things. That's all. But
Yeah,
yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, it's him, and obviously then Jumbo as well. That sort of era. They started to fade, didn't they? But
yeah.
yeah,
Lundberg played. Number played in one number, didn't he? So literally.
Yeah.
So to be honest, it's kind of cool though. Like I know we're talking about number evolutions, but it's also nice if you wanted to build a collection of one player throughout the years and they've got the same one, and it's like Lundberg
Makes it
8.
makes it easier.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
sort of iconic to that player, you know. You think of Lundberg, Freddie number 8, and just, you know. Um,
Mm.
let me test you on this one. What about righty? I know back then they didn't
Right.
always have name sets, but he played with another number. And
Did
I think one
he?
of his first games against
Spurs. Oh
Leicester,
my God. Oh mate,
I think, in the Prem.
that's a mad one. Um.
It was in the
Oh my
shirt you're
God.
wearing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably. Oh God. That's an interesting one. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
And again, you don't get any requests for it. Do you know what I mean? There's no
No,
sort of like look
it
for it.
was
So
number
it's got
11.
to be like number 11, really.
Yeah, number 11. Yeah.
Christ, I
Yeah.
didn't even
It's
know
mad
that.
because you always
That's
think of
mad, isn't it?
Righty being number 8, but
Yeah.
he was number 11 for like literally a couple games in like 2 different seasons, because back then they didn't have like a designated squad number. So for
Mm,
example, which is quite interesting as well, and if you look back on the history and you fancy a shirt with a different name set, you could sort of get away with mixing and matching and
mm,
seeing what ones are which. But for example, like Ray Parler, he had like 3 different numbers. He had like fucking,
mm.
sorry, excuse my language, guys. He had like number 11, then he had like 23, and then he had like I'll go. I was gonna say 7, but I don't think he did. But you know, a lot of players, even
Mm,
Martin Keown was number 7 at one point. You know, and
mm.
number 14, and they have so many different numbers. And that 90s era, it wasn't designated like today, where you know you have your own squad number. So
Yeah,
it's
just put the
quite
shirt on and
interesting.
play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's mad. I mean, some of the new ones. I mean, like Smith Rowe, sort of Nketiah, they've had a crazy amount of numbers already. Like
yeah, they've
it's
had
pretty
like
mad
three
because
numbers.
they only play. Yeah, because they only played like a couple. You know, early on in sort of 18, 19. Wasn't like Smith Rowe like 50, 55 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Early, and
yeah,
then 32,
yeah.
and then obviously now 10. It's pretty mad with that one, isn't it? Like he's got such
Yeah.
an iconic number, but we're yet to see him the best of him, which is frustrating. So you
I
know,
think
like
it's yeah.
I'm still a bit annoyed about Nketiah getting number 14. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Like
listen, mate, you're a hater,
no,
man. You're a hater,
not getting
bro.
that. No, not here. I no. What I'm trying to say is I wish that number had been what do they call it when it's
Retired, retired.
yeah, that's it. Like when I'm refining, like it was cool with Aubameyang having it as well, and obviously Walcott, etc. But I just felt just retire it. Do you know what I mean? Because no one else is going to get to that pinnacle, and it's
Yeah,
kind of like
I was quite
um, it,
strong on that, but at the same time, it's just too close. It's just too close to the like 1 to 11, and then like 13, 14, 12, and all that. I don't know. I just, if it was like
I know what you
31,
mean.
if it was like 31, then I'd be like, all right, then cool. But because it's like in the 1 to
Mm,
15 bracket, I'm like, I don't know. But still, the meaning behind 14, nobody will be able to emulate that and that success.
no,
When you do have somebody like Henri who's worn it before, you know, it's because it's not a universal number. Do you know what I mean? Like you look at number
yeah.
10, everybody's like anyone can wear number 10. Like obviously one of the best players on the
Hmm.
team does it. Like,
I'm gonna laugh now. Even Gallas.
oh God, oh
I
God.
just thought about that. Completely forgot he was number 10. Just came
I
to
don't
me.
know why, but I feel like
Oh, I'll die. I still don't know what that even happened.
it's a bit of a meme number, and we can talk about meme numbers as well. Just players who had some funny numbers like the Bentner ones, but I don't know why. It's just really weird. But yeah, I wanted to ask this one. What about Mkhitaryan?
Oh God. Well, he went to 7, didn't he? I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
But
he's
he didn't he. He had a oh God.
yeah,
He had a mental number, didn't he?
yeah. At
Oh my
one point,
God. What was it? Didn't that start with have a 7 in it as well? Am
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
thinking?
yeah,
It did. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was going to swear then. It's not the same as Saka, or no, it wasn't the same, was it?
Wasn't the
77.
same
I feel,
season. It wasn't the same season.
but it was the same too. 77.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, yeah.
So your number knowledge isn't that bad. So basically, for those who didn't know,
No.
I think it's because he registered for the like UEFA laws are just absolute
Yeah, I
mess.
remember now.
And
Yeah.
I think there was, I don't know the reason behind it. I've got the Arsenal shirt book and I'll look into it. I recommend you guys look into it as well. But there was some funny UEFA law that basically said he couldn't wear number 7, so he had to wear number 77, which is just mental. Like, but I find that quite cool. So,
Yeah.
not everybody wants Mkhitaryan on the back of their shirts, but when it's got 77, why not? It's kind of cool to sort of mix them, match, and
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look at Henri. Henri with his 12, that's such a special shirt because it was a one-off. We're
yeah.
so used to Henri as 14, so it was pretty cool. Felt weird at the time. I was like, nah,
Yeah,
but now it's like, oh, it's cool. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. It
Yeah,
would have been a mess though if they got Walcott to change his number and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I would have loved if they just given him that 14.
yeah. I think as it was only a loan, it was only a couple of weeks. I think Walcott wouldn't have really cared. Do you know what I mean? He'd be like, yeah, just do it as but yeah, it's all good. I mean, look, we've got more important memories from when he did come back than what number he
Yeah,
had, so that's all
yeah,
good.
yeah.
But
It's so
yeah,
cool. And we'll do one more. Bellerin. A lot of
Bellerin,
people
oh my
love
god,
Bellerin,
yeah,
but he had quite a few.
did he?
Yeah,
I suppose he's the same sort of thing as Smith Rowe, that sort of, starting it quite early,
yeah,
wasn't he? And then
yeah.
coming through the ranks. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I actually can't remember. I've got drawn a blank on that one, mate. Tell me, give me
So
the list.
he was number 40.
40.
Yeah. And then that was in the Nike era. So when we were with,
Mm.
when we wore the yellow and blue last season of a Nike shirt, I
Yeah,
think,
well, like the away
yeah, I think
2003
he
sort of
wore
thing.
that
Yeah.
once. And then he went to
Okay.
39 in the first Puma year, I
Mm.
believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then
That was it for a while.
24, I think, in the 15-16 season. Um, and then he went to the number 2, I think,
Mm.
in
Yeah.
18-19, and then it went on to 2021-22. So, oh, not 20. Yeah, his last
Yeah.
outing was in the black kit last season,
Mm.
in pre-season. So yeah, he had quite a cool um sort of evolution in numbers, and I think if you get I'm sure people have done it before, but like a combination of Bellerin numbers and shirts together, you can have quite a cool collection of them, and I think it's really, really sick
Mm.
to be able to sort of get them. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's really cool actually. But that is a really good tip as well if you're concentrating on one player. Look at all
Mm,
the different numbers you can do, the variations, different kits. You could have a whole load of them. And once again, you could flip it and have, depending if he played on it or not, there's the cup fonts as well. So it doesn't
yep,
just have to be the Prem version. So you've already got a whole load, over a dozen shirts, do you know what I mean? Just by doing the away and different cups and stuff. So
yeah,
it's that easy to get obsessed and to get into it. But no, that's some really interesting numbers there. Like, I didn't really have any clue about the Ian Wright sort of thing, the Toure. That was
yeah.
really interesting because you would think, because obviously Ian Wright being such a sort of legendary status, that you might see some of them floating around, but I've not seen anything like that with 11 on. So it's really, really interesting.
I
And
promise I'm not making
again,
it up.
I hope not, because I'm like, oh yeah, wow, yeah, that's
And the thing
amazing.
is, have you
Thanks,
got a
man.
number on? Have you got a number on that? You've got 8, haven't you?
Yeah, 8. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
man, that was officially done by Adidas as well when it came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've got, yeah, mine's the re-release. Yeah. So yeah,
That's
it was
poppy,
officially on
mate.
there already.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking,
Yeah,
guys. I'm joking. Every shirt is amazing. Um,
man, not every shirt. But yeah,
this away,
yeah, I know
this
what you
away
mean.
shirt. You like this away shirt? This year's?
I do. I'll be honest. What the one,
Not
your
this
one?
one.
Oh, the
The
actual
away one.
away one, the one I've blanked out of my head. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan. I've tried to like it. Like go into sort of Sports Direct every now and then, or I'll go in the shop and I'll see it. JD have got them, and I'm like, oh. I'm looking. I'm like, no, I just
You can't
can't
yet.
get my head around
You
it.
might warm
No,
up to it
no.
if you win the league. Touch wood.
Oh, mate, if we win yeah, that'd be a different story.
If you win the league, you'll love
Um,
it. It'll be like the best shirt ever.
but again, do you know what? That's another point. Memories. It's going back to, yeah, it might not be my favorite shirt, but I'm going to collect that because it's a time where we did something amazing. I might get the person who scored the winning goal that got us over the line. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, there's so many things you can do. If you don't want to wear it, you could frame it. All that sort of stuff. And like with you recently, try and get the signatures. That'd be even better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to be you're a vintage collector because you want to wear them. It can be just because you want to keep them, or frame them or put them up somewhere. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's limitless. That's the word we always say, really, in that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Well, exactly that. We'll end on that note. I felt it was like a
Mm.
short and sweet pod. I don't know how long we've gone on for. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, we appreciate your support and we love the feedback and the comments we get from it on the DMs and in the comment section. So appreciate all your support. And we will be back soon to talk about more shirts and what's new. So yeah. Peace out, everyone, and thank you, Gav. We'll chat soon.
Cool, man. Cheers,
Cool.
guys.
Peace.